I'll say to my husband, I need a wholesome meal. Because if I don't get a wholesome meal, you're going to find me in Taco Bell. I don't know what it is, but I have been craving chalupas. Just saying that right now. Even the sound of it, right? Chalupa. It's the way that bread. And I'm trying to figure out, do they sell that bread in like Walmart or something so that I can always have a chalupa? But then it's the season of the meat. You can't just, that Taco Bell meat hits different. I know. This is crazy because I haven't had Taco Bell in years. So maybe I am having cravings, whatever. I know that when you're pregnant, it's important to put the baby first. But I also learned that that does not mean that I need to have a milkshake at 9:45 in the morning. I had a milkshake at 9:45 in the morning. I got so tight of my husband. I wanted a milkshake and he was like, a milkshake? It's 9:45 in the morning. I could have taken him and rolled him in a ball and just dribbled him and just did my 3-pointer right there. And I told him later, I said, let me tell you something. If I want a milkshake at 9:45 in the morning next time, I dare you not make a comment. You understand me? Welcome to Storytime with Sirece.
Preview.
And now, let's all welcome your host, Sirece Thomas. Welcome back. Come on in, get comfortable, all right, and take a seat. Welcome back, guys. It's Saturday, so we are here with a new story time with Sirece. Tell me I have not been giving y'all the stories. Oh my goodness, I am super excited to be back here with one of my normal go-to stories, and let me tell you, we're gonna get into it because we were talking about weight loss and Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, and the injections, and Join Friday, and Eli Lilly, and then boom, next thing you know, I woke up and found out I was pregnant. I was like, whoops. No, I mean, we were actively trying for a few years now. Let me tell you something. I am here to speak to a few communities. You guys know that I always love to give you the information with the inspiration. So I'm gonna dive into where I am in life, but I always love to parallel that with a message. So whether you are on a weight loss journey, whether you are on a pregnancy journey, whether you are on a journey with finances, relationships, and the list goes on, I have learned many principles apply to any journey. And so listen closely because this is just about life itself. I mean, sometimes you can be on a journey, all right, and you can just be going full throttle. Like I said, I had lost 66 pounds on this journey with the terazepatide medicine in conjunction with exercise and better eating. I created a whole new lifestyle that I just fell in love with. I fell in love with me and, just new levels of health, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You guys know weight loss brings a whole plethora of health. And so on this journey, I'm going full throttle and then boom. Like I said, we got pregnant. Now, speaking to my pregnancy community, okay, I think for me, when I was young, our young dreams. I want to grow up to be a police officer and marry. And I had some really interesting, I have no desire to be a police officer, but when I was really, really young, I definitely wanted something in authority, like a judge or a police officer. Maybe that's a part of my personality somewhere. But I would also say, yes, and I'm going to get married and have a mansion and we're going to just have kids. And I just think the whole thing about pregnancy hit me in the face when, my dreams started coming true and okay, it's time to have kids. And I went through a bunch of things that really delayed that process. And it was pretty disheartening because I'm just like, wait, what? Pregnancy isn't, you don't just snap your fingers and get pregnant. Oh my goodness. So there's a lot of things that I want to hear from my ladies out there. even the guys, because it's a joint thing. Anything that you go through with your partner. It affects both sides differently. And Daniel and I, we first experienced our first miscarriage, which was known as a blighted ovum. The sac was empty, and we do think it was caused to fibroids. And I found all of this out in 2018 as I was so confidently and happily approaching pregnancy. And it was just a major halt. And I was like, first of all, what? Fibroids? What are those? And obviously, these are something that are very common in African American women. I have never heard of them. Unlike some women, I did not have any pain. I had no idea that I had these things called fibroids, which are pretty much like internal cysts or pimples within your body and mind. I had like 15 or 16 of them. It was crazy. And I don't want to gross you out. So just, brace yourself for this next part. But my doctor took a picture of these fibroids and she showed them to me, and they were like a cluster. Child, I hope you guys aren't eating. I know I have a weak stomach. Anyways, okay. But the whole point of that is, she said, hey, this could have been a part of the miscarriage or not. You guys can try again, but I recommend you remove these fibroids because they're all over your uterus. And I mean, it was just so like scary. And because of the amount and sizes of my fibroids, I had to get a C-section, an invasive C-section, because there's different types of surgeries you can get for fibroids. Some are non-invasive where they don't have to really cut you open. But me, I had to get a C-section as if I was giving birth. And I know my mom, my parents, my husband, obviously, we were just like, what? So all that to say is, you could just be on a journey and going full throttle and then halt. You discover something that just like throws you off, okay? And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, okay? You guys know I have been sharing with you my weight loss journey with the GLP-1 meds, and they were a blessing to my life. They decreased my food noise and allowed me to focus on creating a new lifestyle of exercise and really just a low carb lifestyle. I definitely enjoyed my carbs like once or twice a week. So I still lost 66 pounds while still enjoying my cheeseburgers, pizza, fish and grits, all of my favorite things, Cinnabons, but just in major moderation, right? All that to say is I was just going full throttle with you guys, sharing my life, sharing my journey, excited about almost reaching my goal, 66 pounds down, about 48 pounds to go, and boom, we were pregnant. Now, we've been trying to get pregnant, to be honest. Once again, I had my first child almost 3.5 years ago. So you do the math. Because we had a C-section, I think you have to wait. My doctor told me to wait 12 months. She's like, look, let yourself heal, girl. Do not get pregnant. So we waited a year. I will say that. Then we started trying. So that basically took us 2 years. 2 years. Listen, I know time is relative because some things 2 years is like, oh, that's not so long. I was just like, okay, well, I don't know. And we were just kind of like becoming content with just our one child, only child. We met a lot of other moms and dads in our community that just have one child, and they're like, yeah, girl, one child. I'm like, yeah, one child. And then boom, we got pregnant, right? And we're like, yay, 2 children, super nervous. And I mean, so excited, filled with love and gratitude for this baby that is coming. Many of you already know it is a beautiful girl. I know, I didn't mean to mess you up. It's just that some people still didn't watch the gender reveal and they're still guessing, and I think that's hilarious. We are having a baby girl. Now, you know my husband is just like, because obviously, like many men, he wanted a boy. Obviously, he just wanted a healthy baby. We thought it might be a boy, but closer to me finding out the results, I felt it in my blood. Something just happened, and I woke up one day and I said, there's a girl in here. And I said that to him. I said, look, I know that you have been confidently claiming this baby as a boy, but it's giving girl. I don't know what it is, but my senses just got heightened, and I was right. My mother also was like, I knew it was a girl, right? So anyways, all that to say, I was like on a high. Oh my gosh, we're pregnant. And then I'm not going to lie. You know, I love to be transparent before you guys. This is story time. My life came to a halt it paused. And I was kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm about to gain all the 66 pounds back. I had already told you guys that I had stopped the medicine, right? And it's so funny. I heard rumors about people getting on this medicine and getting pregnant. I had already been on the medicine for about 8 months. So I can't say I started the medicine and just got pregnant. I don't know, because 8 months, like if I started that medicine and got pregnant a month later, then I would be like, whoa, what's in that medicine? But I really just do think that it was conducive to a healthy lifestyle. I dropped so much weight, and that really does have a lot to do with fertility. And I think my body just went into like this machine mode. And I just think we got pregnant. When I hit like a sweet spot in my pregnancy where my body was just like, ooh, I like it here, I got pregnant. And so obviously I was filled, like I said, my top emotions and reactions were gratitude. But I'm not gonna lie, I struggled for the next few weeks because I was nervous about pregnancy doesn't just, the medicine, I stopped the medicine, the food noise returned. But like I told you guys, I was maintaining the weight, still losing, but slowly, and sometimes falling off track. I was very honest with you guys. One time I had gained 8 pounds. Now that I was pregnant, I was like, oh, maybe those 8 pounds had something to do with it, right? But I was also able to take those 8 pounds off. But I have not been able to go under the number that I reached since I got pregnant. Now, I know that our bodies fill with fluid, and because, you know, it's not really the baby yet. It's more so of just the bloating and the way that your body just fills with blood and water. And I just feel like I feel like a bloat. Is that a thing? I feel like a bloat. I am the bloat. If you are bloating today, it's me. And so with all that being said, I just started to feel a little down. Like, man, I'm gonna like gain all this weight back. Not only is the food noise returning, but now I'm going to start having cravings. And what I will say about this pregnancy is I haven't had any specific cravings, but I'll tell you this much. I like to have me a full 3-course meal 3 times a day. That is where I'm struggling. I am hungry. And that's the end of this video. That's what I should have just named it. I am hungry. I don't necessarily want anything specific. It's just that I wake up and I want breakfast. You know how I used to intermittent fast? I could wait till 12 p.m., 1 p.m., sometimes 2 p.m. to begin my day of eating. Not this time around. And I know that when you're pregnant, it's important to put the baby first. But I also learned that that does not mean that I need to have a milkshake at 9:45 in the morning. Okay, but that does not mean that I need to keep doing that. So I have actually started to indulge in certain habits that were bringing me backward. That does not mean that it's healthy for the baby. This does not mean that I need to pack up on carbs and sugar because I'm pregnant. Just because I'm hungry, there are things that I could still eat and have wholesome. So that is my new word in this season. Like I'll say to my husband, I need a wholesome meal. Because if I don't get a wholesome meal, you're going to find me in Taco Bell. I don't know what it is, but I have been craving chalupas. Just saying that right now. Even the sound of it, right? Chalupa. It's the way that bread. And I'm trying to figure out, do they sell that bread in like Walmart or something so that I can always have a chalupa? But then it's the season of the meat. You can't just, that Taco Bell meat hits different. I know. This is crazy because I haven't had Taco Bell in years. So maybe I am having cravings, whatever. But I just want to get to a couple of things because I don't want to be before you long. Because like I said, I love to share my journeys with you, but I also love to give you a parallel message. So listen to this one, okay? For those of you that are on a journey, whether it's weight loss or you're trying to get pregnant or you're trying to mend a relationship or you're trying to gain financial freedom or you just launched a business, there's so many different journeys that we're on. Or maybe you're just overcoming something, you're going through therapy, you're healing, okay? Journeys are here. Just know that the first thing I want to say to you is, God will give you the tools and the resources from the people. And we talked about that in one of my other videos. So make sure you check it out and catch up. But God will give you what you need. to successfully begin your journey and begin to see good results that will excite you to keep going in that direction. Now, the reason why we need, not one of the millions of reasons why we need the Lord, is because I quickly learned that on every journey, there are twists and turns, and the plot will thicken right when you least expect it. There are things that will just happen that you were not necessarily prepared for, and not even your tools or your resources were ready to handle them. Many times, anything that throws you off course on a journey will first attack you mentally. Forget whatever journey you're on. It's your mental that has to catch up. You're just like, wait, what? What just happened? And that's what happened to me. I was on this journey. I was going full throttle. And then mentally, I just got, whoa, I have to process this and understand how I can still successfully move forward. Just because there is a wrench thrown in your journey does not mean, oh, I guess it's not the time for this. Do not let the enemy come in and lie to you, because we will do this. There was a moment where I was like, and people were even telling, girl, you pregnant, just enjoy yourself. I said, the lie, because I'm still overweight. Just because I lost 66 pounds, I'm still overweight. So the lie is to give up and gain all the weight back and be unhealthy. How? I need to still maintain a working machine, if not just for me, but for the baby that's growing inside my baby. Okay, so also I wanted to start there. When a wrench is thrown in your journey, that does not mean, I guess I just need to wait till next time. This just means we're going to have to fight a little harder, and somebody needs to hear that this week. Do not give up. This just means you need to fight a little harder and consider that, okay, things will need to change. Your plan needs to be altered, but that does not mean you cannot still get to the other side. With God, all things are possible. Okay, so I had to go through that. I had to go through that mental adjusting. I had to say, oh my gosh, I'm going to gain all the weight back. Oh, okay, whatever. I'm pregnant. Let me just eat. And then I was just like, no, the devil is a liar. Let me maintain everything that I've already learned and be able to alter that to move forward. And let me look forward to picking up that mantle once I give birth, and I'm able to then again continue my journey and just re-alter those plans. It takes effort. Some people just give up because they're like, I didn't sign up for this effort. I didn't sign up for the change. I didn't sign up to be sideswiped. You know what I'm saying? But welcome to the life of sideswipes. Life is a side swipe. And if you haven't learned that yet, then you got a thing coming. Before you start your journey, you need to be able to embrace the time that it takes to build the discipline. We all heard the saying that the bridge between a goal and accomplishing that goal is discipline. And you need to build a sturdy bridge of discipline. And that's a little painful. I went through a little bit of pain, and a lot of it is emotional pain. Just letting go of those eating habits was painful because a lot of my eating was soothing other things. Like I said, it's surface things. I had to come face to face with stuff. Any journey that you're going to begin, trust me, it's also going to surface some things. No journey is just a walk in the park. The journeys are walks in the park, in the thunderstorm, in the snow, in the hail, and then some sun again. That's a real journey. And you have to be able to embrace the time it takes to build that bridge. It doesn't just happen overnight. That discipline for me took time, and it's still I'm still working on that bridge. And the more you apply that discipline, the stronger that bridge becomes, because you're going to need that bridge, especially when the storms come on that journey. Because it's one thing to build your bridge when there's no wind and the sun is out and it's just perfect weather. But then when the wind starts blowing and the rain is there and your bridge isn't strong enough, child, you know what's going to happen, right? And that's what I'm saying. So for me, when I feel like I got sideswiped and I got pregnant on this weight loss journey, I had to rely on the bridge that I was building before, when I didn't have the food noise, when I didn't have the cravings, when I didn't have the fatigue and the slight nausea because I'm hungry. Can you be nauseous and hungry at the same time? That just sounds like a whole woman right there. Like God bless the woman, not nauseous and hungry at the same time. That's like how, I'm sometimes happy and sad at the same time. Bless us. So discipline will create a strong foundation for you to fall on when things get tough. And that's what happened for me. All of a sudden, when I was like, okay, I don't need to necessarily get off of this journey. I just need to rely on the bridge that I built. And I need to rely on those strong, healthy habits that I built. And I started to pick myself up and continue to move and continue to apply those eating habits when I can. Because let me tell you, it's been far from perfect. Like I said, I have fluctuated up and down, but I have been able to maintain because of that bridge. It's like building my house of bricks. Whether it's a bridge or it's a house, I got that brick house needs to be brick. Okay? Because when the storms come, it will not fall. So 4 months into pregnancy, like I said, I have fluctuated probably between 6 to 8 pounds, up and down. And a lot of that has to do with some weeks, I don't know. And this is where I kind of want to conclude my message. It is so easy when a test comes on your journey to kind of fall off and get comfortable. That is not the time to get comfortable. That's the time to dig in. Maybe you need to lean into God more. Maybe you need to get up in that prayer room more. Maybe you need to start doing more of what you were doing before. Allow God to give you the comfort and the grace that you still need to rest, because I know some tests will just take you out. But don't allow yourself to stay out of the game. Do not kick yourself. Allow yourself to get back up and lean in. And that's what I learned here. I'm like, okay, no, I gotta push, especially when I'm feeling fatigued, especially when I'm feeling nauseous, especially when I'm feeling those things that are literally fighting against the things that I'm trying to do. I have to push harder. And that's what you have to do when something comes and throws a wrench in your journey. So I learned that because in the pregnancy, like I said, I got comfortable really quickly, and many of us can get comfortable, and we could even use the tests that come and the storms that come as an excuse to get comfortable. Those tests and those storms come just to build you up and make you stronger. So do not be deceived. So what I am excited about is continuing to maintain my weight, which is like weird. I mean, my baby doesn't have that much weight now, so I can't walk around here and talk about, yeah, it's the baby. No, not yet. Now, what I will say is that bump is bumping because I know that my baby has now come up out of the pelvic area, and so my organs are moving up. I know. It's just wild, right? So now I'm getting that protruding belly. And I said, miss me. I started wearing, as soon as I started noticing my stomach just bloating, I said, let me, I pulled out every possible maternity shirt that I had from my first child, and I started wearing it every day. I said, because what y'all not gonna do is be like, oh, look at her. I see that gut kind of returning. No, I put my maternity shirt on and was like, ha, having a baby. It's just a lot of bloating you see here. Nothing to see but baby. I don't know. I was like, y'all not going to take this from me, okay? It's a baby, all right? But, all that to say is I learned very quickly, even last week and early into this week, just struggling. I'm 4 months pregnant. And I can feel myself slowly pulling away from some of those habits that I had very strong, where I was like working out 3 days a week, making sure I was low carb every day. Now I'm like low carb every other day, so I'm trying. But what I am doing is I'm constantly still weighing myself and making sure that I'm putting things in my body that are still healthy for the baby, for the most part, right? Because a milkshake at 9:45 in the morning, I got so tight of my husband. I wanted a milkshake, and he was like, a milkshake? It's 9:45 in the morning. I could have taken him and rolled him in a ball and just dribbled him and just did my 3-pointer right there. And I told him later, I said, let me tell you something. If I want a milkshake at 9:45 in the morning next time, I dare you not make a comment. You understand me? And he chuckled because he knows, but he also has been helping me to keep my eyes open and to not just fall off, because he knows that I know that he knows that I know that I will be mad at myself if I just let this thing go. He knows that. So you also want to make sure you have those people that are accountable, that you can be honest with, like, hey, this is what I need to do right now, but please hold me accountable, because I know I don't want to be mad at myself in the end. I don't. So I'm glad I didn't have the milkshake, but I'm gonna have it later, okay? So I'm going to continue to keep you updated on this journey. I continue to hold myself accountable by understanding where my weight is. If I had a week where it was a very heavy carb week, I go back to what I know. I go back to my low carb meals. I go back to my weight loss program. I go back to walking. And the next thing I know, a lot of it is water weight. So you know how it is. It'll come off within 2 days, if not 3, right? And then I just kind of stay there. And then I'm like, okay, I guess I can have me a good wholesome meal. A lot of less fasting I'm doing. A lot of less fasting. I was doing so much fasting, which I love. I'm still actually going to try to pick it up in this next week. So next week when I see y'all, I will let y'all know how that goes. Just trying to pick it up. I'm just trying to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? But I want to encourage you that number one, when you're on a journey, do not be surprised that a wrench will be thrown in the road, that something will come to sideswipe you. And in that time, lean on that discipline. And how do you lean on that discipline? That's because you start building it strong from the very beginning, so that when that storm comes, you have a very strong and sturdy bridge to rely on. And then hold on to that, lean into that. Do not give up just because you feel that you've been caught off guard. That is not necessarily always the symbol to just give up, okay? So make sure you lean in even more, because it will make you stronger, and you don't want to give up and put yourself in a place where you are so disappointed in yourself. Continue to push forward. And when you start to see yourself getting comfortable, just give yourself that wake-up call and apply yourself with accountability, whether it's people or tools or ways to make sure that you are conscious of where you are, because some people will stop holding themselves accountable because they don't even want to know. You know how that is? You don't want to check the scale. You don't want to check the bank account. You don't want to read that text message because you don't even want to know. You don't want to hold yourself accountable. You don't want to have the hard conversation. You don't want to ask that question to that person because you probably know the answer, right? So listen, keep yourself accountable, because that will keep you headed in the right direction. And so for me, my journey, I'm super excited. I'm focused on the pregnancy, all prayers towards here, and just keeping myself healthy for the baby. And I'm super excited to return to the GLP-1 meds once I give birth, and once I finish nursing. I'm also going to take advantage of the nursing. I did it last time. I was eating anything and everything, but this time, because I know that many people have said that nursing can really help your metabolism speed up. So I'm going to take advantage of that, but then eventually I'm going to get back on. I'm going to finish this race. I'm going to finish this race. I'm going to get to my goal weight. And I'm excited about where everything will be with Eli Lilly during that time, because that'll be 2025. This baby is going to probably be coming in January, end of January 2025. And I know that they are already making a lot of changes. There shouldn't be much more shortages. Like I said, they've already made Zepbound, which is specifically for weight loss. So there won't be this battle between people with diabetes who genuinely need the medicine and people who are using it that are obese and have health problems that also need the medicine. Okay, so I'm excited to see where the GLP-1s will be in 2025. I want to see where my insurance, I'm praying at that time that my insurance will accept Zepbound. So that's what I'm excited. I'm like, okay, I had to pause the medicine, but there are a lot of pros to this. When I come back into the game, I'm praying that things are much more smoother and easier to obtain. And that's another thing. Sometimes when you get caught off guard and you can't do what you were always doing in that plan, look for the positive. It's always, always, always about your perspective. Your perspective will allow you to enjoy something or be completely miserable. And when you're miserable, most likely you're going to give up. So shift that perspective, because that will keep you in the game. So I hope you guys got a message on here today. Again, shout out to my new subscribers. Shout out to my current subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all the love and the congratulations. We got baby Thomas number 2 on the way. God is so good. He is so faithful. And I just want to encourage you, do not give up on the journey no matter what is sideswiping you. And sideswipe could be good or it could be bad. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, stay focused. Get new people or more people. If you need more support on a certain journey, do not be afraid to ask for help. Watch more videos. Listen to more podcasts that keep your mind focused on the prize so that you don't give up, and shift that perspective. Look at the good in things so that you can constantly get excited. Keep celebrating. That's what I've been doing in this season, celebrating and celebrating and celebrating. So I'm going to be keeping you updated on my weight, on my pregnancy journey, and all things inspiration, motivation. So make sure you guys are sharing the word, hit that notification bell so that you can see my video. And I will see you guys back here next Saturday with another Story Time with Sirece. All right, guys, see you soon. Bye. Well, hello. I hope you're enjoying the video. I just wanted to interrupt for 2 seconds to remind you not to forget to subscribe to receive more Story Times with Sirece packed with motivation and information that posts every Saturday. So subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell. And also, did you know that we just launched our new Persia Productions website where we can get connected? My desire is to help people achieve their goals on a personal level and also within the corporate sphere. So I offer one-on-one life coaching, group life coaching, and I can be your organization's next brand ambassador. So don't be shy. Come visit our website and let's take your journey to success to the next level. That's www.persiaproductions.com.